They call me Don't leave me.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. 48. Faux on the Bitcoin. Not bad at all, guys and girls. What is up top? Walton almost at $9. My goodness. That was such a good buy. Jeez. Did not know that. It was like $7.50 last night on the bed. And yeah, it's just one of those games of how high can it go. Somebody said I need cookies to do this. See, man, I appreciate the love, you guys. You know, I use this damn fucking website every day, and I would have just lived with that problem for the rest of my life because I would have not spent even 1 second trying to resolve it. Don't have time for that, guys. Gas is just moving up. What is that? That is gangster. What if Gas and Neo ended up being in the top 10? How Doug life would that be? I mean, remember all the people? Remember Neo was $15 not too long ago, guys. Just absolutely insane. Where are the deals at? So where are the deals at? What else is up? Just your usual suspects. Oh yeah, Obsidian was doing not bad. Congratulations to those who got into the ICO. I think we got it at, what did we get it at, guys? It was like 12 cents maybe. Hashtag super secret bonus I can't talk about. Winky face. The people who got in know what I'm talking about. But the people who don't never will. Let's look at some of the other ones. Let's see Vibe. These were released recently. Down 20%. Not cool, guys. That is not a cool number. We are still doing way. The thing about Vibe is if you look at this cute little market cap, it is free basically because the ICO was a big underachiever. It was set up just like EOS, and EOS is set up meaning it is a fair distribution. The market dictates the price. So however many people invested in Vibe then got their Ether accordingly chopped up, so it wasn't a set price, and the price was stupid low. Like for the ICO, it was just absolutely. It was like people who got in with the bonus. I think it was like 33,000 per Ether. I could be absolutely butchering it, but I think it was something like that, something absurd. Way less than a penny, I believe. So we're still sitting nice there. Just long-term holds though. Like I just think I just like to look at when an ICO hits the market. But at the same time, it really doesn't matter to me. You know, I'm just sitting back, holding for the long term because I never believed in investing in an ICO and flipping it right after. Yeah, I understand you can make some money. You can definitely make some money. But now I know people are probably taking that out of context. If I had a little bit of money, then yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind just going and making my 5x profit or wherever the fuck it is after the ICO, right? But dude, I can't do that. The game's spoiled for me. You know what happened to when you get way up here, the game gets spoiled. You can't have fun anymore. I can't do that shit. It's not worth my time to do that. And if I was to do it in a capacity that actually mattered to me, I'd crash the market and it would hurt the rest of my holdings. That's the thing, man. When people ask me questions, they're asking me questions. It's like asking a doctor about being a veterinarian. It's like, I don't know. It's like I've been there. I kind of understand, but it's different. Like that's probably a bad analogy and it's probably a creepy one. But what I'm getting at is you're talking about, you know, if I have a lot of a coin, if I invest and I have a lot of a coin, and if I was to dump off a little sliver and that dumped the market about, let's say 5%, another sliver, 10%. If I have so much that it's impossible for me to dump, because if I did, then it would go to zero basically, or it would not, you know, really, really hurt the price. Then that means I would be hurting the rest of my holdings. So in taking you know, selling at the beginning to try to 5x my money or whatever will hurt the remainder of my stash. So I can't do that. And I can't sell my whole stash because then it would crash the market and it would hurt me. And it's just a matter of, you know, I can't do that shit anymore. It's not, you know, it used to be fun to be able to do that, but once you grow out of that, you can't really do it. So I don't, you know, it's cool to look at, you know, it's cool to look at things that are going up real high after you buy them. But when you are just long-term holding, it's just really doesn't matter that much in the end anyway. There are a lot of scams running rampant in all the Slack rooms. We had a recent attempt at, for the first time, one of those Slack bot things in the No Limit coin. It's kind of stupid because No Limit coin is not even an Ethereum token, right? But yet they're still bringing in a these fucking scammers are getting desperate. So obviously, never click anything a Slack bot sends you. Anything in any Slack room ever. Just don't do it, guys. You gotta be tougher with your money. Your money's gotta matter to you. You can't just give it away. Don't just if somebody's offering you a deal that's too good to be true, then it's too good to be true, right? Like there's no one unless it's me, of course. But if it's a Slack bot saying, well, I can get you 500,000 to 1 or something stupid. Like I've seen some of the messages and it's just so absurd. Don't send your money, guys, and don't be so trusting. If a stranger messaged you in a private, in a PM, don't trust them. Don't trust anybody. Don't trust anybody. Don't send your money to anybody. Don't trust anybody unless you 100% know who it is. Somebody who has, I'm D, I have a green check by my name. I'm good to go. You can look at my status. I'm either a moderator or an owner of the Slack, depending on what Slack I'm in. So you always double check. And if you feel funny, fucking put it out in the general chat. But hey, so-and-so messaged me. Is this something legit? Like always ask questions. Don't get scammed out of your money, because it was sad because I was talking to Nicholas, XP, and we're talking about some of the scams, and he sent me one of those scam links that they put for my Ethereum. This shit had like $100,000 on it. Like, wow. And that was a scam link. I felt so terrible. It's like a knot in my stomach. It's like, oh my God. And it's bad for crypto, man. It's just terrible to have these, because it's so easy to scam in crypto. And I understand people are so dying to make money, and they're just, they see a good, they're blinded by the good deal. They see the good deal and it's like a moth to the flame. So don't click any fucking links, guys. Don't. For the love of God, don't click anything. QTOM went up quite rapidly. Remember I told everyone, holla at some QTOM. I was getting it at like $7.50. Just easy money, man. I mean, it's not hard. It's really not hard. Just got to do some research. And that's the one thing when you get in a coin, I guess I can try to play devil's advocate. And it's like, I understand when the price is low and there's not a lot of hype around something, you're like, man, should I invest in it? Because, I don't know, it's not popping. And then, think about it. Where's all the hype around OMG? Omiza Go. Not saying it's not going to be badass. It's going to be super badass. But remember this shit? I bought it way back here, like $2 or $3 before it was getting hyped. And then everyone, oh my God, McDonald's, blah, 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 blah. And then what happened? The next new cool thing came out, Walton or whatever, right? And now you got this little kind of plateauish. And it's just, that's what happens, guys. Don't get so caught up in the heat of the moment. When something like, hey man, I got Walton. I'm not hating on Walton at all. But this is obviously, it's undervalued. I'm not saying it's not. I don't know how to do the cookie thing, but I'm not saying it's not undervalued at all. But I am also saying I know how humans work. I've been with No Limit Coin. I've been with these coins that just absolutely skyrocket and moon. There's too many people that are in the green right now with Walton for this to be sustainable. It doesn't matter if it's diamonds. It's all perceived value. A diamond's only valuable because we make it valuable. It's the same sort of thing with Walton. It's like, yeah, Walton can do incredible things with the arty. Hey, I know there's a lot of crazy shit behind Walton. People thinking it's like biblical and all that shit. I'm not going to really get into how I feel about all that because it'd be like a whole nother episode. But from just a investor's point of view, it's too top heavy in my opinion. It can easily keep going, but it's very dangerous. You got to ask yourself, how many people are in the green, and if there's any kind of FUD, can get out comfortably? Because you can't think there's not going to be any more FUD. There's always FUD, guys. You know how I make money? I always account for the FUD ahead of time. Dude, I knew the China FUD was coming before I knew it was coming, and before I knew it was coming from China. You know why? Because I knew FUD was coming. I didn't know where it was going to fucking come from, but I knew it was coming. There is no green path. There's always haters. There's not going to be some, crypto's just not going to lolly-law in this 1 trillion market cap without taking some slings and arrows. That's all I'm saying. So like I said, I'm too lazy. I'm not too lazy. I just don't trade as much anymore. I still trade, but not as much anymore. I'm more into business development. I'm more into improving what I have, because I have so much that if I can improve what I have, then that is just as good as investing. And it's better than investing because there's no guesswork involved. There's no guesswork involved with putting in work. If I'm putting in work and I have like-minded people around me putting in work, putting in work, the end result is kind of like if you work out, you're going to get bigger muscles. If you add 2 + 2, you're going to get 4. If you put in the work, if you lay down the bricks, you're eventually going to have a building. That's how I feel with what I have. So I'm more in, just a different type of investing. I know, like, there's probably not another channel like mine if you're talking about the way I do things. So I know people like to compare it to old strategies with trading and all this thing. Like, people don't understand the concept of going to a cryptocurrency, buying up a bunch of it, and not looking to flip it, right? I could have easily been looking to flip all of these things I get into early, but that's not what it is. I like to accumulate more, and people don't understand it. I was like, why? It's like, because I'm building. I'm making all of this stash more powerful, more valuable, because I'm putting in the work. And with work comes me wanting more, because guess what? I have control over it. I know what's happening. So it's definitely just a different, I started out the same way, hopping coins, right? And then you build up your money, and then eventually, I'm into something much, much different when it comes to a trader's philosophy. And yeah, you can't just get into what I'm doing. I mean, you have to work, you have to work your way here. You can't just jump into exactly what I'm doing. I'm sorry, it's like level 19. You have to start at level 1. It's just what it is. Luckily for you, I've been, and me, for everyone else, I've documented my journey. So you can just go back and see all the game, man. Wow, $69, so cheap. And that's what I mean. What's plaguing Vertasium? Because you got it for so damn cheap in the ICO. That's one of the problems. A cool thing about my bit is it's so cheap. And it has been stomped out on the floor. The floor is like $2, and it's just been absolutely stomped and stomped and stomped. And it can't get any, just stomped and stomped. And then once the hype comes, once everyone starts to see what I saw, then it's just going to be a nice organic rise, because it's already been stomped. The dumpers, the people who got it for cheap, the bounty people, all that, they're already exhausted out because they have no patience. People have no patience. People who work for the short term. And I've always said that the time is now in crypto. However, there comes an underlining thing of patience. It's kind of like knowing that there's a waterfall, and knowing that the water is going to stop in 3 hours, right? And you have a bucket, and you go and you fill that bucket. This is the problem that people have. It's kind of like they're too afraid to take that bucket away from the waterfall, go put it where it needs to be, and come back with an empty bucket because of the fear of missing out on the gushing water. That makes sense. So what people need to be doing is creating value and then cementing it. But people are so frantic right now because they're like, oh my God, I'm going to miss out, that they're literally standing under the waterfall with their bucket, and the water's just spilling out of the bucket because they have too much to handle. They have too much, they can't handle it all. They need to collect what you can handle, aka what fills up the bucket. Leave it over here, put it in its reservoir, your thing that you control, right? And then you go back to the waterfall. And the quicker you can do that, the better. However, being afraid of leaving the waterfall, aka missing out on profit. So many people are, oh, I don't want to miss out. The FOMO. That's what's keeping them right here. And they're stuck because they're investing in something, and they're never helping that old investment. It's always investment hopping. It's always, what's the next thing? And they never leave the waterfall. Their buckets are just, and they wonder why, man. They look around, and it's a very frantic feeling when you're stuck in the traffic and you see everyone going past you and you can't move in your lane. And you're like, well, what's happening? And it's just because people are too afraid to step back and lose a little bit of time. It comes down to a detachment attitude. You have to be a detachment. I give away money. I give away time. This is very important, because if you're not, you have no problem giving away something you're not attached to. And if you have $100 to give away 10 to something, people don't understand that. They're like, oh, well, I only have 90. No, you're practicing detachment. If you can't get rid of a little when you have a little, you'll never ever be able to succeed because you're putting the money on a pedestal. You have to be able to not have any fear of losing it. That's where it branches from. So to have detachment from time, meaning yes, the crypto market, people are looking at this as a boom, whatever. Like it's not going to be around, like these prices aren't going to be around. The money's not going to be here forever. That's the mindset that people have. And it leads to scarcity because they have that attachment to it, right? They can't, you got to let time go, let things go. You got to let it flow, and you'll understand. You'll start to see the moves, and you're not going to be able to catch every fucking fish, man. You're going to miss out on a lot of fucking dollars. You look at it like you're in that little container that's shooting up all the money, right? And you're like in the middle just trying to grab it all and put it in your pockets. Well, if you're constantly focused on the dollars you're not getting, you're not going to catch that much. You should just look at the sure bets. What are your sure bets? And really strike hard on those. And fuck, the Kyber networks and the Walton coins and all of these things. Don't turn your fucking head when there's something shiny. Don't forget about what you have. People will hold on to a project for so long. I've seen people put value into projects. I've seen people invest time into projects, and then it be a little lull, and then they jump onto another shiny coin, and then they end up buying Omisa Go for $12 when it was at its peak height. They end up buying Neo for $50 instead of just holding on to what they're working on, because you got to be thankful for what's cheap, because that means it has room to grow. The higher it is, the less room it has to grow. So when you have investments that are low, you should be very, very happy. That should be a very good thing for you if you truly believe in the project. And then it comes down to belief. And sometimes it's hard to believe in anything if you truly don't believe in yourself. So you have to have self-confidence to actually, to have confidence in someone else. You have to have confidence in yourself. And that may sound weird, but you can be not confident, and you wouldn't have any confidence in Superman deep down. You would still think something bad would happen. The kryptonite was going to come down. Something was going to happen. You will not have an underlying faith in anyone. And that means when shit gets shaky, no matter what kind of captain's up at the helm, you're not going to trust yourself. Therefore, you're not going to trust the trusty captain, and you're going to jump ship right before they get to the tropical island. Probably going to get eaten by a shark or some mean dolphins. So you don't want to be so shaky. It comes down to gratitude. Very good deals to be made, guys. I say that every day. Just really take a look at the market, but look for the good coins. Look for the MyBits. Look for the no limit coins. Look for the coins that still have a lot of room to grow. I invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum like I do, like they're my safety nets, so to speak. They're like my stocks and bonds. They're like my securities, my safety, right? But no one got rich off of safety. And it's a good investment if you're looking to just, it's a very great investment if you're looking for something to win. Like at first I just want to put money in the stock market, right? Well, it's Bitcoin and Ethereum are much better in the stock market. You're gonna get much better returns, and it's much better than a savings account, right? Where you're only getting 1-2%, probably not even that, probably 0.5% interest per year. It's just much, getting a 2% daily. It's just much better in that aspect. But however, if you're trying to get rich, that's when you have to take chances, man. That's why, that's why a lot of people aren't rich, because there's no one got rich by not taking a chance. Yeah, you win the lottery, but you had to take a chance that you're going to lose the $1 scratch off. So any kind of minuscule risk can lead to a great reward. And the bigger the risk, the bigger reward. They say that for a reason. Words are words, though. Decipher them, live with them, eat them, consume them, understand what they mean, what risk really means. Risk is but foresight, seeing something before someone else sees it. And yeah, I'm going to kill it there. Cheers. Peace.